Are we even surprised that Donald Trump said this?
The leaders of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers were freed following the pardons yesterday. At the time, back in 2021, you urged them to stand back and stand by. Is there now a place for them in the political conversation?
Well, we have to see they've been given a pardon. I thought their sentences were ridiculous and excessive. One of the guys took down a flag that was an anti-American flag, and he was given years in jail. I don't know the exact number, but he was given many years in jail. I thought it was very excessive. And at least the cases that we looked at, these were people that actually love our country, so we thought a pardon would be appropriate. Yeah.
Now, how can he in good conscience say that the leaders of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers were having any type of acceptance in the political sphere? Any type. Like, these are the same people that beat on police officers during the January 6th riots. Like, are we going to act like that did not happen? Or are we really going to act like the images that are showing up beside me aren't happening? Did not happen? Are we really, really doing this? Like, and then when the reporter asks him, so do you still support police? And he says, yes.
And I'm actually releasing, no, I am the friend of police, more than any president that's ever been in this office.
More than 400 of the people that you pardoned, though, assaulted officers. So I want to ask you about the Vice President, J.D. Vance. He said, this is a week ago, he said, if you committed violence on January 6th, obviously you should not be pardoned. Why is your Vice President wrong?
Well, only for one reason. They've served years in jail. They should not have served, excuse me, and they've served years in jail.
Well, Officer Fanone and the other officers that were there on January 6th, they don't feel this way.
Feels like a betrayal to you.
Oh, I have been betrayed by my country. Rest assured, I have been betrayed by my country, and I've been betrayed by those that supported Donald Trump. Whether you voted for him because he promised these pardons or for some other reason, you knew that this was coming. And here we are.
What y'all think about this? Like, and then this is not even the tip of the iceberg. So this was supposed to be an entire meeting about infrastructure AI. We already know where this is going. We all saw that inside the executive orders he put out yesterday night, Monday, that one of them paused the bipartisan infrastructure bill that Biden got passed during his term. So we all know that Donald Trump will most likely try and re-up that program and just rename it something or allocate funds differently and name it something through an executive order. We all know what that is. We're not dumb. We all realize when Infrastructure Week did not come in his entire 4 years, it was never going to come. And he's finally trying to take credit for what we all knew to begin with. That this economy that Joe Biden left behind is one of the best in the G7 and is one of the, it's a beauty to behold considering what we could have been and where we were. And now he wants to take credit for all of it. But I digress. And then if you want to act like he's not even hiding who he's there for, he has the CEO of SoftBank who's pledging 100 billion, I believe. I couldn't hear him clearly. It's either 100 billion, 100 million, a lot of money to go towards investment with this AI infrastructure during Donald Trump's term. So what about after the term? We all see what this really is going on right here. He is just getting this money in, and they're trying to figure out what favors they can get. We have the OpenAI CEO here. Why? I understand this is an AI infrastructure, and this is important that we as American citizens be on top of this. But the entire oligarch picture that's being painted by this administration is not a good look, especially when you promise your followers, the vast majority of them are poor, are average Americans who are living paycheck by paycheck, that you were going to be there for the working people, the labor unions. What happened to that? And then, like, you're not even acting like you're going to be a normal, typical president. I don't understand why we keep trying to normalize him, because this was a question they asked him about his meme coin.
Crypto coin the other day. Do you intend to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
Hey, you made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
Does it look like he's going to try and divest himself? He's not even going to attempt to, because now Saudis can put money into this coin. I'm not even going to. Let's hear somebody who can explain it best.
Yes. On the one hand, I think this is a massive scam of his own followers who are buying nothing, essentially, in the hopes that there will be a greater fool down the line to buy more. And right now, look, it's worth a lot, but they still need to be able, if people want to cash out, they need to find a greater fool who will pay more. On the other hand, maybe they're somewhat shielded from downside losses because there will be a reliable source of individuals, companies, and foreign governments that see buying these coins, these tokens, as a very convenient way to pay off the president for favors. If you're the Saudi government, you no longer need to pretend to stay at a Trump hotel in order to give money to Donald Trump, to bribe Donald Trump. You can just show your digital wallet.
We all knew this was coming. Now foreign governments can put money into his bank account without even acting like they're not putting money in his bank account. And who's there going to enforce him? Because for the next 2 years at least, he has the House and the Senate. And he has pretty good majority. Well, he's going to need some bipartisanship inside the House. So that's where we're going to have to stand firm. But he's got a pretty good majority in the Senate. And we all know that if Donald Trump says jump, they're going to say how high. They're going to say just how high. Because they believe he has a mandate. Where? But we can see in his behaviors during this press conference who he is rooting for. Like, why does it matter that rich people should be able to, you feel that rich people should be able to get more water than people that don't have as much money in California?
We're going to be issuing an executive order demanding that they immediately let that water come down through California. Farmers, even people living in Beverly Hills. Now, those people have been a lot of them are wiped out. Believe it or not, they were having restrictions, Larry, you know about this. They wanted to restrict you to 38 gallons of water a day. That sounds like a lot, but it's not when you're a rich person and you like to take a shower.
Because we all talked about how Kim Kardashian, her family specifically, each month they go hundreds of thousands of gallons over their limit. And they continue to do so because they have the money to pay the fine, compared to other people that are rationing the way they're supposed to be rationing, because we all know that California right now is dry. No, they can't do that. And he's basically signaling to all these people, give me the money you want, and I'm going to try and see if I can make some change for you. You ain't got to pay that fee. I'm going to try and hold up California's AIDS package. Like, we don't know that California more money into our system than they take out for themselves. Like, we wouldn't be a buttload of trouble if, for some reason, California decide we're not going to pay our tax bill this year since you don't want to help us. Like, let's look at this article from Newsweek. So here, does California's economy prop up red states? And we go down. Why it matters. California political leadership has faced scrutiny over the handling of fires and water resource management. There's been calls for any federal aid to be conditioned. But these calls have been met with backlash by both Democrats and Republicans in California, who argue the state typically gets funding without any political stipulations. At least 24 people have been killed, 120 structures destroyed. And they're worried about, should we condition aid? Did we condition aid when North Carolina had an issue with the hurricane? Did we condition aid when Florida year after year after year is getting hit with hurricanes? Did we condition aid when Texas, their infrastructure, continues to fall apart? I mean, we're in the middle of a storm right now. They're probably going to need some more aid. Louisiana, where they're misappropriating funds. No. And so, if we keep on going, Mike Johnson, he's been pushing for this. Why? Because obviously there's been water resource mismanagement. Sir, you're from Louisiana. I'm pretty sure it was Brett Favre in that state taking away food stamp money? Or was that Mississippi? Because I know y'all got so many different ones of these issues in y'all state. It's kind of hard to keep track. Go sit down. But we point out here, it says, but California already one of the states least relying on federal aid. According to data from the Rockefeller Institute of Government in 2022, Californians paid on average $17,731 in federal taxes, while the state received only $15,603 per person. The state's domestic product was about $3.9 trillion in 2023, according to the Public Policy Institute of California. Its economy by itself internationally ranks 5th behind U.S., China, Germany, and Japan. Do you really want to condition aid to California? Do you? But to top it all off, he's not even trying, like I said, to show that he's going to be different in this government. He's saying that he's basically strong-arming TikTok into selling to somebody that he approves of, because we all know exactly that's the way the deal's going to have to work. Somebody he approves of. He even says he's fine if it's Elon Musk. I wonder why. I mean, Elon basically already paid for it anyway, so are we really surprised? But he wants to have that person then give half of it to the United States government.
Heard about it too. I have the right to make a deal. So the deal I'm thinking about, Larry, let's negotiate in front of the media. The deal, I think, is this, and I've met with owners of TikTok, the big owners. It's worthless if it doesn't get a permit. It's not like, oh, you can take the U.S. The whole thing is worthless. With a permit, it's worth like $1 trillion. So what I'm thinking about saying to somebody is buy it and give half to the United States of America, half, and we'll give you the permit. And they'll have a great partner, the United States.
One, I'm not even sure how I feel about this, because it sounds like a bad idea given the person who it is. And I understand that a lot of creators need TikTok. There's a lot of ways that people are subsidizing their living. But it just does not feel right to me, y'all. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments. What do y'all think about this entire flip-flop with back the blue, but also backing the rioters? And the entire comments on you thinking Proud Boys might be able to come into the political sphere? Are you serious, dude? But y'all tell me what y'all think about all of this in the comments. I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I do lives on TikTok, typically between 7 and 9. So I hope to see y'all there. Bye.